There's an old adage that says, those who fail to plan, plan to fail. Without planning, communities and organizations continue to apply old methods that have often lost their effectiveness. Before great activity can move communities and organizations into the future, a viable plan has to be in place. And so in Module 7, we're going to talk about planning. The module will provide you with a planning framework that can be applied to community development, community organization, program development, and administration. Furthermore, you'll discover that planning is actually a social work method that can result in improved services, community engagement, and an enhanced participatory process. This module will give a brief history of community planning, will teach the principles of action social planning, and will teach the process from organizing a planning group to implementing the plan. For this module, you'll read Brueggemann Chapter 7 and Gordon Perkins Chapter 7. You watch 2 videos in which John McKnight, the guru of asset-based community development, teaches the essence of this model. Now, this is important because most community work comes from a deficit viewpoint, looking at what's wrong with the community. Think about at-risk communities that you know. Typically, you define the community in terms of what's wrong. But are you aware that even in the worst, most socially disorganized and at-risk communities, there are tremendous assets? There are seniors who retired from great jobs. There are people with entrepreneurial skills. There are people who really care about their community but feel stymied, lost, powerless, and don't know what to do. And if you can find these assets and build on them, says John McKnight, you will develop a community that's strong and able to stand for itself. Along the way, you're going to complete exercise 7.3, participate in a discussion board, and you'll end with a 10-minute Quizlet covering all that you've learned to date. Now, for our weekly discussion, let's look at developing community. Let's think about this from McKnight's standpoint, how to use asset pooling, how to address the issue of community planning. What are the assets in a community? How can we find them? How can we, the body of Christ, help at-risk communities express their empowered and democratic voice? I'm interested to hear what you think. I'm also interested to hear how your ideas play out in terms of what other people have said. Remember, spend some time reading other people's input in the discussion board, and let's work together to create some new ideas. Perhaps out of this will come a better teaching for this class in the future. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say. As always, I am available if you need me. Don't hesitate to call, contact me. I look forward to reading what you have to say. And I hope you really like this concept of asset-based community development. It's been revolutionary in my work, and I think it could have tremendous potential for the body of Christ if we were to, especially in the Southern Baptist Convention, if we were to use it like McKnight and others have been using it for years. Best of luck. Lord be with you, and let's see what comes out of this class. See you for Module 8.